Hey, Mugambachi, what's up? It's good to be back on TV. My name is Dr. Vichigwang and welcome to the Sekanyolya Security Show. What is security? Question everybody keeps asking. Is it black suits? Security just means that it is devoid of threat or danger to you. And we at Sekanyolya for the last 20 years have been working hard to provide solutions to keep your families, your businesses, and you safe. So to celebrate this milestone, we've got an awesome show planned for you from now till the end of the year, where we'll be bringing individuals who are gurus in the matter, average Joes on the street, to actually share their experiences. Because at the end of the day, security is for everyone. So sit back, relax, and let's enjoy the show. So, how did this 20-year journey start for Sekanyolya? We sat down with the founder of the business, who shared with us his amazing story in part one of this powerful legacy.
I said maybe I should look for a unique business where I won't face so many competition and challenges. So what I did, I got the yellow pages of Johannesburg. So I just, went page by page, studying, reading exactly, the different products that were being offered. So I landed on these automated gates. I just realized when I made my research that there was no company that was doing it at the time. So I got the contacts, I got onto the plane and went to that show. It was a big show, and when I reached there, I was overwhelmed. I almost came back without locating that company that I'd gone to see in the show. Everything was there, from fighter jets, to tanks. My only worry when I was going, was, I can get these gates here, but how am I going to convince people? But then the exhibitors told me, that you only needed to buy the system. If somebody already had a gate, an existing gate, you just, put on the motor. So I came back, I narrated everything, to my dear wife, who has been very supportive to me in the business. I never imported before, actually, at that time. I didn't know what to do, but, I asked around how to go about it, and, here comes our first order.
Our guests today on the show are a security-conscious husband and wife, media personality, and business owner. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the Sekanyolya Security Show, Brian and Manuela Mulondo. Straight to the action, huh? I want to ask just a simple question. When you hear security and safety, what comes to your mind?
Yeah, I think guns. I know, tear gas. I think dark. Because everything about security seems like there's a thief, there's danger, there's something wrong, and so you need something that can fight that danger.
Has any of you guys taken self-defense classes in your life?
I do boxing, so...
Yeah.
With your pot belly.
I'm not in this conversation. I'm not.
Excuse me. This is you are getting it wrong. It's not a pot belly. It's security. Sekanyolya. They have good insight. Yes. Yeah. But I do boxing, and one of the reasons was, apart from losing weight, was you as a man, you never know when you will need to protect yourself. So. Yeah. I do that. But also growing up, I think at the time there was just a lot of crime. And the only way we stayed secure at home, you know, we would get the couch, put it on the door. You know those things where you get even the saucepan and put it on the door. Just in case at night that saucepan falls. You know, danger atari. So that's how we were growing up.
Yes.
The perception that a lot of people have is just like what you had is oh, guns, razor wire, and self-defense. But you see, there's when you're driving your cars, there's car security. I don't know, almost all of us have had some sort of incident there.
So for us, we actually had a car incident. Mukwano Road, and at about 8 p.m., we are driving to visit a friend, and we're stuck in that traffic. So this guy, we actually saw a guy at the front
Trying to
rob the car in front of us. And we're like, that looks suspicious. In seconds, this guy had opened up our car. He had opened Manuela's side. And he just grabbed. He tried to grab my neck because I think he thought there was a necklace. So he tried to grab the necklace, and then realizing that there's no necklace, he tried to. At that point, Brian, rushes to pick up my phones, which were on my laps, and then that's when he realizes, oh, the prize was in the laps. So he runs for my laps, and then he finds me ready, who did some self-defense classes. Yeah, he found me quite ready. So for me as an individual, at that point, I was pregnant. And so it was very horrific as an experience, and one that I'll probably never forget. And so because of that, I remember it was an old car. You know those...
Brian Mulondo, how do you
get
a beautiful woman and give her an old car? Moana.
It was an old car. And it was, the manual lock, like you really have to lock. In fact, when the guy was done robbing us, almost robbing us, we're like, if he had gone to the back seat, all of our computers were there. But imagine, that meant even our back was open because of some old car. Some people here, when you tell them we need a new car, then they have proof.
So what I did the next day, I got a brand new car.
Yes, he did. Immediately.
That's right. So what you are saying is that the insecurity of one day forced you to buy a new car. How important is security to both of your businesses?
So for me, obviously the equipment that we use is very expensive equipment. But most importantly, you end up doing an event that will probably end at midnight. You have to secure the cameraman, you have to secure the camera, because we've also had incidences of cameramen being beaten. But also, and this happened to me, labeling, simple things like labeling equipment. And it's not just because you want to say, oh, this is the company, oh, Sekanyolya, I'm labeling. One day I'm hosting an event, so I'm calling the bride and groom, come and cut the cake. I turn and I see my tripod. It was the most incredible. I actually, I kept following the cameraman.
I sympathize, I know. What happens is that this show is not just about information, content, and knowledge. So on the show, we have an interesting segment called the Sekanyolya Security Challenge. Yes! Sometimes you need a life-changing experience to remind you about the importance of personal security systems.
One evening, it was around 8 p.m. I got back home. My gardener, who occasionally, especially on the weekend, like to take alcohol, this time he had a glass too many, came to the gate to open for me, and he did quite emphatically indicate to me that I do not know you, I am not opening the gate, and my wife wasn't home at the time. I pleaded with him. I got out of the car. He said, no. He actually sat down here, and he said no. In fact, he referred to the fact that his boss refused to open the gate for somebody he doesn't know. I was furious. I stayed on the gate for almost 30 minutes trying to negotiate with him. Eventually, to my utter disbelief, he stood up and said, "Oh, I now recognize you. I'm so sorry." Then it took like forever. It took him actually almost another 10 minutes figuring with a key to open, to put it in the padlock and be able to open the gate. So I said to him, "I'm actually going to put in an automatic gate and I would not need your service at all, because I'll be able to open for myself to get in and open to get out." To which he looked very skeptical, of course, and he did not pay much attention to that. So I actually went to Sekanyolya 20 years ago, I remember, and actually got this swing gate fixed. Now, when he actually saw me opening the gate remotely, going in and going out, he was so stunned. And in fact, I had already threatened him that I would not need his service anymore. He actually stopped drinking alcohol because he thought, because I told him I also bring an automatic lawnmower and he would not need any more cleaning. And this, in which case he believed it. They didn't exist at that time, but they do now.
Security is not a joke. And our partners at Kingdom Kampala don't play around with keeping you safe.
Security is something that we always, it's paramount to us, all of us. And we pay a lot of attention to security. Starting from the point of go, we always put emphasis on the building securities. The compound wall, if you go and have a look, we start the security from there. Then when they come inside, we have the walkway scanner, we have the handheld scanner, we have security at all points. It's just to give atmosphere of security to everybody, a sense of security which prevails inside. Once anybody inside, they feel very, very secured when they come inside.
The Sekanyolya Security Challenge. Up for grabs, 500,000 shillings. 10 questions each worth 50K. All the SOPs stand. One lifeline phone call on your Techno phone using MTN airtime to call anybody if you need help. You also have a chance to use MTN data to ask Mr. Google, sir, if you think things are tight. But otherwise, if you buzz and you fail, 50K goes to the other person. Are you ready?
Ready.
Are you ready?
Honey, are you ready?
The competition kicked off in high gear, with each of them getting one question correct for 50K. So we joined the challenge at question 3. How long can your automated gate battery last without power? Is it A, 1 day, you've buzzed, 2 days, 3 days, or 4 days? Brian Mulondo. You've pressed, but I don't know if you know the answer to this one here.
He just saw without power. Like without power, yeah, he knew this is.
You have one phone call. You can call anybody you want. I hope her phone is on. Do you want to make a phone call?
Let me save it. D.
4 days. So what happens is that the gate is awesome. If power goes, depending on the number of times that you use it, it can last up to 1 day, 2 days, but guess what? It goes maximally, averagely up to only 3 days, not 4 days. So that is...
for 3 days.
Yeah, right. So there you have it. 50,000 shillings taken off of his account and put onto Manuela's account. So she's got 100, you've got 50. Don't worry, dude. Don't worry, dude.
Let's go.
What is the most effective home security solution? Manuela, show him why they call ladies not just the fairer sex, but the smarter sex.
So we start by elimination.
Number 1.
CCTV
Yes.
is not the most effective, I feel, because I can only see a thief
Correct.
after.
Okay, so
So
you're
B is
eliminating
out.
CCTV. B is out.
automatic gates allow me to go in or go out as it's for me.
Correct.
So I'm thinking A and B are out.
Okay, smart.
So now we come to electric fences and burglar alarms. A burglar can't know that there's an alarm, so he will come to your house.
That's right.
We need the most effective security, home security solution should be the one that makes a burglar not even try.
I would agree. So what is your answer, Manuela, with too much English and you're not giving me the answer?
I'm feeling like it's C.
Ladies and gentlemen, with an opportunity for her to go up and take home 150,000 shillings, she has gone for C as the answer.
Oh my God.
Her answer is correct. Ladies and gentlemen, 150,000 shillings versus 50K. Dudes, we've got 6 questions to go. Question is, can you pull up your socks and stop intimidating and embarrassing us? By question 5, 6, and 7, Brian had only 100K and was being disciplined right, left, center by Manuela, who had 250,000 shillings in her centenary bank account. Could he make a comeback? Can spy camera footage be admissible in courts of law? Yes, no, both, or maybe?
Can I Google the meaning of the word admissible?
Yes, yes you can, yes you can. So, ladies and gentlemen, Brian Mulondo is using his MTN data on his Techno phone to actually check to see what the meaning of admissible. So what does admissible mean?
Means allowed.
To allow?
Yes.
Correct. So, what's your answer?
I can't call someone.
Brian Mulondo, if you want to use your second lifeline, feel free. But just know that you have wasted your Google, sir, and now you also want to waste the other one. Are you sure you can't handle this like a man? So, do you want to make a phone call? Yes. Who do you want to call, Brian Mulondo? Because you will have to call one person.
Let me call. I hope he answers.
Gwe!
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Is this Mitch? Mitch, are you there? So I'm on this Sekanyolya security TV show.
Yes, Brian.
And I'm sure you have the answer.
What's the question, Brian?
Can spy camera footage be admissible in the courts of law?
What are the options that you have?
Yes, no, both, maybe.
No is the answer.
All right. Thank you, Mitch. Your answer is sustained.
Brian, you know what they call a mufere? You're a mufer. You're a mufer.
So my answer is...
It's B.
No. Brian Mulondo, your answer for 150,000 shillings is no. The answer is correct.
Nice, I'm back.
You've got yourself 150,000 shillings. No, spy camera footage is not admissible. Though you see, you've seen a lot of these videos online about people having hidden cameras in their house because it helps them to know what is happening at home. With 2 questions to go, Brian Mulondo managed to squeeze in another 100K. But couldn't match Superwoman Manuela, who wrapped up the challenge with 400K and a brand new Techno phone. What a first show. Now this is what a Sekanyolya security challenge is like. And we like to thank each and every single one of our partners. A special thank you to Centenary Bank. Thank you to MTN Uganda. We'd like to thank Kingdom Kampala. Thank you for this wonderful venue. And a special thank you also to Techno. Next week, we're giving away an automated gate just for you. So you want it? Simple. All you gotta do is check out our social media platforms and engage. Answer some of the questions, and it could be you and your crew right here and right here, battling for that limited edition automated gate straight from Sekanyolya. Let's catch up next week. Be there or be square. But remember, security is for everyone.